and welcome back to another tutorial. This week I am going to paint the hotel. Okay, I was asked to paint a nice piece for a hotel, for like a function room. So it's going to be hanging up there proudly in the function room, and it's quite a big painting. It's probably the biggest one I've done now for a long time. I'm not exactly sure what the size is, but it's quite big, and it's framed. It's going to be framed as well. Now, I was up there. I took a lot of pictures. I'm just not sure which one to paint. The front of the hotel itself is just like, it's just a kind of an orange type of a brick effect on the hotel. There's nothing that's kind of capturing my eye and capturing my attention about the face of the hotel. But there is some nice grounds outside the hotel as well. Kind of a seating area, and there's kind of a gazebo type of thing where you might get photographs done for the wedding, that kind of stuff. So there's a nice area there which I photographed. I'll show you. Take a look at this. Now you can see that it's quite a nice view from the. It's just from one side looking down. It has some nice perspective on it. I like that. There's some nice colours there. So there's some nice subtle greys on the bamboo chairs. There's some lovely rich greens on the opposite side, so there's kind of nice complementary colours there. Now I'll show you the front of the hotel as well. Now that's the front of the hotel. It's quite sort of, I don't know, it's just not catching my attention. It's just not something that I want to paint as such. I don't get kind of excited about it when I look at it from a painting point of view. It's just like lots of windows with red brick. That's kind of it. I don't know if that's something that they kind of want up on the wall. So I'm just going to put a couple up on the screen there now and just show you what I mean. There's just some lots of different angles. I'm just not quite sure which one to do. I've been pondering on this now for about 2 weeks. And I finally settled on this one. And you can see it's that one looking right down. It has some nice perspective in it. I think that'd be nice, and perhaps we could even paint a couple, just like a newly married couple, walking towards it, something like that. So I think that one is probably the best picture out of all the bunch, really, to be quite honest. So yeah, I have a big canvas here now. Let me show you what we have. Now, it's going to be very tricky to record all of this because it's such a big canvas. I want to try and get the palette in as well. And on camera, I don't know if you're going to see every detail up close, if it's very far back. So I'll try it. I'll try the video with the palette and the reference photo up on one side. I'll check as I'm going along. I may just zoom in on the camera like this, on the canvas like this, and just have the reference photo up on one corner perhaps, just for a while, so you can see what I'm doing. There's going to be a bit of work in this painting. So I'd say two lessons at least. I might get it done in the 2, you never know, depending on my battery power and my recording memory and all this kind of stuff. We'll just see how it goes. So yes, that's it. I'm going to put paint on my palette and I'm going to sketch out this. There'll be a bit of sketching in this now, so I don't want to bore you with all the sketching. I'll just do the sketching myself first, just to have it done. It's just just a couple of outlines, that's all. So yeah, I hope you like it. I hope they like it, and I'll show you when it's hanging in the hotel up on the wall. We'll take a little video and we'll see how it goes, okay? So don't forget to grab your brushes and your paints if you want to just even follow me along a little bit, if you want to try your own kind of building. So even just enjoy the tutorial and try and get some hints and tips from it if you can, alright? Thank you so much for your support, and don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Now, I put the picture up on your screen there, and there is a lot going on in this picture. Now, there's going to be a huge amount of work in this only because the canvas is so big, alright? So we're going to be kind of getting lots of details in. If this was a smaller canvas, you would kind of I would make it more impressionistic, do you know what I mean? Just kind of suggestions of things here and there. But because it's such a big canvas, we're going to be going zooming right in sections and doing lots of lovely little details. Now, not too much detail. I want to make it a painting. It's an oil painting, not a photograph. So look, we're going to just make it nice, nice rich bright colours, and stick a nice frame on this. Now, the frame they asked me to make it's not just a bright cream frame like I would normally do. It's more of a subtle kind of a grey. It's a warm, soft, pastel kind of a grey frame. That's the colour of their skirting boards and architraves and doors, and even the wallpaper has a hint of grey. So it's going there, but there's a lot of grey, so they said perhaps the grey frame to kind of soften into the wall slightly, and then these lovely colours will pop. So yes, and as you can see, we have a lot of greys as well in and around by the chairs. They're kind of they're what you would call, you know, those types of bamboo garden furniture. It's that kind of a grey bambooish kind of look. And we also have hints of grey in the timber, these kind of timbers here. So, and lots of grey on the floor as well, like gravel, you know, it's grey gravel. So yes, lots of nice kind of colours to soften into the background on the wall. Okay, I've done a sketch. Now there's a lot of drawing in this, you see, just to get me the perspective that I want, just to get the general outlines in. And you can see it's just a little bit of a tower here. This is not part of the hotel, this piece. This is the hotel here where it finishes, but this is then is outside the grounds of the hotel on the opposite side of the street, okay? This is coming up. So in behind this ditch here, in behind that, we have a roadway coming down, and then the entrance to the hotel is just here, down below where you can see, because we're kind of elevated up high. So the street is in behind this, coming down, and then the entrance is down here, comes around like this. So this building is across the street, okay? It's not part of the hotel. This is the main bulk of the hotel here, just at the end of the hotel where it comes along like this. We have some lovely glass panels here, and there's a kind of a dining area up inside those glass panels. Now you can't see it in the photograph, but it's there. And this is kind of the walkway then where people will get their photographs. So we could perhaps even put like a married couple just walking towards that from behind or something, you know, finish it off nicely. Okay, so let's go. My palette. I'm excited about this big painting. Now, I have titanium white, Naples yellow, I have some cobalt blue. I will add some phaylo blue as well in a moment. In fact, do I have some here? I have some here. So we have titanium white, Naples yellow, cobalt blue, some phaylo blue, a little burnt sienna, we have some burnt umber, alizarin crimson, cadmium red, cadmium yellow, and some black. And that's it. Lots of colours on our palette today. Alright, let's get cracking. I'm going to keep the sky nice and simple and bright. Not much colour, it's almost just going to be pure white, perhaps with a hint of blue just here and there. So, my medium stubby brush, some thinners, dampen that, and let's go. Let's take some cobalt blue for a change, a nice bright blue, okay? And lots of white in that. Now that's I'm going to make it quite thin so that it stretches, because we have a big sky to paint here. But not too thin. Look, that's very watery now, that's running down the palette, okay? So more white. If you find it too thin like that, just add plenty of white. And I'm really excited now about painting this painting. I think this is going to be lovely. I think this is nicer as opposed to just looking at the front of the hotel with lots of windows all the way along. I think this just has a bit more character. It's nice, it's subtle, and I think this is very cute. I think is it called a pergola or something like that? It's very cute right in the middle. I think that's beautiful. Now my canvas. You're probably wondering what size is this canvas now. And you know what? I didn't even measure the canvas. I'll measure the canvas for you, okay? Now I have a measuring tape here. Canvas is a 30 inches, okay? 30 inches by 20. So a decent sized canvas now. This is a fairly good big canvas now, and when it's framed, the frame is going to be even bigger. It's going to come out about 3 inches either side all around. So it's going to be a very big painting. So let's go. Let's fill this all in now, all the way up, all the way across. Now I have a bit too much blue in that actually. I wanted it more just like a whitey sky. So I'm just going to put titanium white with some thinners across that. There we go, more titanium white. There we are, soften everything in. And I'm going to go over some of my pencil lines as well now. I don't need to worry about painting over some of them, so I just go over them. I can put them back in later. I can't see the pencil lines anyhow, you know what I mean? I can see where they are. And come down here, around all of this. So you can see it's a very bright sky today. Nice and simple. Now I'm going to take a little bit of tissue there, and what I'm going to do is take a little bit of linseed oil, because my canvas, I only primed it there about 10 minutes ago, and I don't know if it's kind of dried in properly to the canvas or what's going on, but my paint is kind of soaking into the canvas very, very quickly. So I'm just going to rub a little bit of linseed oil on its own over the rest of the canvas here, okay? And that will help my paint flow around much better. It's just a little bit, look, just to help it move, that's all. Because it's quite, I think it's probably the undercoat I'm using. It's just very, very, very dry right now at the moment, so that's not good for me. I don't like when my paint dries too quickly on the canvas, because I don't control. And one thing with oils is you need to have control over your paints on the canvas. Now here we go, and you can now also you can buy additives to mix with your paint, which helps them dry faster as well, which is a great idea if you like to have your paint drying that little bit quicker on the canvas. So look, I have a nice bright sky here now, very simple, very simply done. A little bit in there, just in there like that. Let me take a look now at this. I'll soften it across with my brush. Now let me sit back a moment, take a look at this. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then what I might do is add a hint of cloud just with my dry brush, okay? So I'll dry my brush very well, pick up some white, look. Good dollop of white there. And let's just go up there and put a little hint of cloud here and there. Just to suggest one or two just kind of up in the sky there, floating around. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, just one or two floating around the sky. Scrubbing it in here and there. And it's only a suggestion, that's all. Now, I think that's not bad. Perhaps just one or two along there, look like that. I will leave it at that. That's it, our sky is finished. Now you see, the problem I have is with this white pergola. I'm just going to call it a pergola. I don't know if it's called a pergola or not. With this white pergola here, you know, I don't want this disappearing into the sky. So I'm thinking, now on the photograph the pergola has a kind of a bluey grey shade. I suppose I could just leave it. Yeah, look, we leave it. Let's move on to the buildings. And let me get another brush here now. I have a huge variety of brushes at my disposal. I'm just trying to think now which is the best one to pick. Okay, I'll go with this one. Okay, nice little flat brush. It's a little bit warm, but it's fine. And I'm just going to make a nice warm grey for that roof there, okay? So I'm going to go with some black, some phaylo blue, or cobalt blue rather, and a hint of crimson. And that should give me a nice warm grey. Now, a little bit more pink, a little bit more blue, and a little bit more black. I'll just go up here and fill this in. I'm not worried kind of so much about details at this point. Like all I'm trying to do at this point now is just cover the canvas and get stuff covered. That's my goal, okay? And what I do then, you see, I get my pointy brush in a moment, then and I kind of refine the edges and all that kind of stuff. So a little bit darker now just at the bottom, look, okay. I'm just wondering now, do you want me to zoom in on this, or is it okay? You can kind of make it up, can't you? I don't want you to lose sight of the palette, because I know you like to see me mixing, but there's so much in this painting that, and there's so many little details that I want to be able to show you everything that I'm doing. Now, I'm going to use that same colour for this roof over here. So, what I'll do now is I kind of go around and I'll pick out wherever these colours are, and I might as well use the colour for that as well, as I have it on my brush. Because otherwise I'll just end up mixing it again later, and you know, we might as well do it while we have it. Scrub that on there. And remember, always use your brush strokes in the direction of what you are painting, okay? Just add a little bit of dark now to that, just to darken slightly. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up a little hint of white, and I'm going to lighten it on one side where the roof turns. Okay, so that's the roof turning there slightly. Alright, we're looking. So you see, I'm just going along now, picking out little bits and pieces. Now let me see, what will I do next? I'll take my pointy brush and just refine some of the lines up here, just to get it nice and sharp. Alright. There we go. But look, at the same time, it is a painting. I don't want to be absolutely too perfect with everything here. It is just a painting. There we go, just sharpen that. Right, next time I'm going to move on and do the kind of a red bricky colour on this building here. And I'll just stick with the same brush, I think, for now. So I'll dampen my brush, I'll take a little cadmium red, some burnt umber, and it's quite kind of dark because it's a red brick building, but it's also in shadow. Do you understand? So it's a kind of very purpley red. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I can see it's almost like a hint of mauvey red to it. It has that type of shading. So I just mix the colour here now and see what it looks like. Okay, I'm just painting over everything. Now I need a bit more red in that, don't I? Definitely. A bit more cadmium red, a bit of crimson. A bit more cadmium. In fact, let's try a little hint of sienna. Okay, I'm just going to step back and take a look at that. I know that looks quite dark now at the moment. I lighten it somewhat. Let's take some sienna with some cadmium red, okay? Now that should make a big difference. That's better now, isn't it? So let's just go along now and put that in. All the way down. And I'm only just concentrating now on covering this canvas, getting it covered. That's my only concern, just getting all the areas blocked in. Now I won't go down through my glass, we have glass kind of fronts here. I won't go down through those. I'll show you what I'm going to do with those later if we get to it. So for now I just want to concentrate on filling all this in. right here, okay? Getting it all filled in. And what I might do is add a little bit of shading towards the top. So maybe take some burnt umber and just up at the top here, put some darker colour down. Okay, just a little. And perhaps even a hint of black. Okay. Now, there we are. I can always brighten this now as I go as well. In fact, you know what I will do? I'll show you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take some burnt sienna with a little Naples yellow. Okay? And I'm going to start brightening some of that as it comes down. Touch of cadmium red even perhaps. And I'm going to lighten it just a little, look, just a hint. Alright, that's a little better now. So the next thing I want to do is, now I just want to take my small brush for a moment and I want to just darken this and bring it out a little. It's not quite centre, is it? So I just want to bring it out just a little there. Just the same as the other side, that's all. Okay, that's perfect. I'll take another brush now, and we have a little window with some dark blue reveals and kind of stonework around the windows. Now, in reality, it's just a grey, it's a bright grey, but because it's in shadow, it's going to look like a kind of a dark bluey sort of a tone. So some phaylo blue, some cadmium red, and some white. And let's just try that now and see how that looks. See, it's more of a grey, isn't it? Now there's one that kind of cuts across the centre here. Okay, that's not a bad colour. And we have another one then. It goes around the window up here. Then it comes straight across either side, doesn't it? Like so. And you see, the great thing about the oils is that it picks up the colour underneath a little. Do you know what I mean? And you end up with different kinds of shades and tones, which is lovely. I love that about the oils. So we have these kind of, these bits at the side here, little columns, which come down like that. And then it comes across the bottom again. Go. Okay, I'll sit back again and take a look. Now, you may not find this kind of very interesting at the moment. You know, like I wanted to show you everything as I was going. You know, I could just easily just do a time lapse and leave it at that. But I don't think that would be very interesting or very fun. So that's why I wanted to show you the process as I was going along. You understand? I hope you don't mind now, really. Okay, we have another little piece that comes along here. Comes down like that. But so look, at least you'll enjoy watching me anyway, I hope. And, you know, enjoy my Irish accent, my old Cork accent. Okay, now let's keep going with this. We have a bit of a doorway here coming down, just a hint. And let's put a little black door in here. Now this is kind of, see, this is off in the kind of the distance, so I don't want to put too much emphasis on all of this. You know, I want to focus more on this thing in the centre of the pergola and the foreground. Everything else is sort of off in the distance, so I don't want to put too much emphasis on all of that. Do you understand what I mean? I want to just keep it nice and simple. Okay, let's take a little 3 windows in here. 1, 2, 3, and then we can add a little hint of light just here and there, just to brighten them slightly, just to sort of catch your attention. And then I'll take a little pointy brush and I'll put the little reveals around the windows just to set them in, like that, you see. And let's put 1 or 2 around here. You see, very, very loosely, that's all. I'm just making it very loose. And this centre window actually comes down a bit further, doesn't it? I know now these are very far apart compared to the photograph, but it's fine for what it is, I think. Now I might make a hint of a darker blue and just add a bit of that in here and there, just to give it a bit more colour. And then we have a slightly lighter colour brick on the sides of this one, so I'm just going to show there just a little. So that now is the back. Pretty much, I think that's enough. I think that's all it needs. We just put in the windows a bit darker here so they can be seen a bit better. I can come back to that then later. We can come back and touch it all up. Okay? Now, that's that. We do have a little, I will put a little point up on the top here, look. Just to finish that. Okay, moving along now. Let me see. I'm going to get this done. I'll try and get all this side done here, yeah? Come on, let's crack on and try and get it done. All this side of the hotel. I'll take another big flat brush. Let me find one now. This one will do me nicely, I think. All of this. Okay, nice big brush here. Let's dampen this and get some of this nice bright red brick colour effect on our palette, okay? Let's mix a lot of this up. So lots of cadmium red, some burnt sienna, a little hint of naples yellow, because this side now is in sunlight. So the sun is coming down, catching this side of the hotel, the front of the hotel. And it's a very rich, bright orangey colour. Now let's go right down like that. And then the other side of the window. This is a big window, by the way. Fill this in. So I wasn't joking when I said there's a lot of work in this painting, was I? There's a huge amount of work in this painting. This will probably take more than 1 or even 2 tutorials. Probably take 3, but I don't want to bore you too much with it, so I might kind of even do a bit of a time lapse just for some of it, if you know what I mean. I can always kind of skip through the boring parts like this, just filling in colour. Okay, a bit more red, a bit more sienna, perhaps even a bit of brown as we go around, so it'll darken slightly as it comes around. There we go. And I'm going to try and create some of the brick effect as well on the wall here. I'm going to try and get some of that in. Just to give you an impression of how I would kind of approach painting brickwork, that type of thing. You know, it'd be nice for you to see. Now we have a big umbrella coming up here, so I can leave that area out, you see. Let's get a bit of Naples yellow in that with the burnt sienna. Just a little bit more neutral. It's slightly on the rich side, isn't it? Okay. There we go. Right. We're going nicely now, aren't we? We're moving it on nicely. Okay, let's add a bit of burnt umber around there. And now, let's try getting some of that kind of red bricky effect. Let me just darken now, because we have the curve here, okay? And I want to show you how to create that sort of curved look on something. I'll take some cobalt blue and some crimson. Now, more crimson in this because it's a red brick, so it's going to be more red. And I'm just going to create that shadow area there, and I'm going to soften it across into the light area, okay? Like so. So that's giving you the impression of the building kind of turning there slightly, isn't it? I'll do the same with the top section, I think. So I'll add a little bit of that mauve, soften it around the back, soften it around the front here, soften it right in. Alright. Now, I'm going to take a small brush, a small little flattish kind of a brush, okay? And I'm going to take some lighter colour. I'm going to take some Naples yellow, and I might take a hint of white. In fact, let me just think now for a second. Let me just think about this now for a moment. So what I might do, some white, some pink, so some crimson. Yeah, I think just some white and some crimson for now. Okay? Because I want to catch the light on some of those bricks. I'll show you what I mean. Let me just take some of this, and I'm going to sort of just dab here and there. Suggestion of little bricks, okay? The light catching some of those little bricks as it goes around, and I'm following the curve around then as well. You see what I mean? Following the shape. And all I'm doing is dabbing. Dab, 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 dab. Now, how's that? It's just a little suggestion, that's all. Okay, let's do the same up here. And it's just here and there, look, I'm not going crazy. Alright, it's just a few here and there, that's all. Look at the photograph. I have to keep referring now back to the photograph just to make sure that I'm getting the shape just right. Okay, now that'll do fine. I'm then going to take a small brush and take some black with some brown, and I'm going to just go under, separate two of these, under here, and come out and around, okay? out and around like that. Let's go again. Like so. Okay? Just like that. Now I also want to get some of that light colour, perhaps even a hint of Naples yellow, on this wall here. Now it's covered with a lot of stuff, but I want to suggest where it turns and kind of comes up like this, up this way, yeah? And I'll even soften some of this now with my fingers as well. I just want to give the impression of the building turning and then coming back up this way. You see what I mean? And then look, you can even soften them up with your finger. In the same direction, of course. Because this is all just an impression. Now, and then I will just take a little light blue and I'll put a hint of light across the top of this to separate that and catch a bit of light as well. And even as I have that colour on my brush, add a touch of light on this roof here. It's all about light catching objects, isn't it? I find, especially painting something, it's something like this. It's about the light catching something. No, okay, I'm happy enough with that. We have a little bit of dark in here to fill in. Let's just fill that in with some of the dark kind of winey colour that we just made earlier. Okay, let's take a little crimson, a little burnt umber. Let's just fill that in. Take a hint of cadmium red. I don't want to sort of merge the two together too much, I want to separate them. Okay, and I'll take a hint of brown up here, darken that somewhat. Perhaps even a hint of black. It's very shadowy up here, isn't it? There's a lot of shadow on this. Okay, and then I'll put a hint of that bluey, purpley colour again, just here and there. Right, let's just carry this on across here. A bit there, and we have a little bit coming down here like that. And that's all it is, it's just a hint of colour back there. So now, how are we looking? Shall we get some of the windows in? Let's get these two big windows in here. At least that'll be the windows done then, and we can walk around on the frames and we'll have this section done. And maybe perhaps work on a little bit of this, even, you know, who knows, let's just see how it goes. Right, the windows, so I'm thinking just a little white with a hint of blue, because they're very, very bright really, aren't they? I'll just fill that in all the way down. Get a hint more blue in there, because of course it's reflecting the sky, isn't it? Now I'll sharpen along here, like that. So we have a window in like that, okay? Now let me just have a look. Yeah, I mean, looking at the photograph, it's just a completely white window, isn't it? On photograph everything is completely white, and then we'll have a nice kind of a dark frame around this. So let's try a hint of burnt umber with a hint of black. Let's go a bit more black actually, and really show off this window frame. Now I have a stick here that I'll use to help me. It's a little dowel stick, and it's handy just for leaning on like this, you see. So I'm going to go in here now and get my frame, my little window frame, as straight as possible. Remember, always lean down hard on your brush. If you have shaky hands, just lean right down hard and use the full width of your brush. Makes life much easier. And then we have the center piece, which kind of comes at a very slight angle like that. And we have a piece at the bottom, which will follow the curve slightly. Okay, and then we have another piece inside that frame, a thinner line. You see? Just a little. And then another one under here. Let me just have a look at this now. Okay, yeah, I'm happy enough with that. I might sharpen some of this line here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some white on my brush. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of flicks through the glass like that. Watch that now again. A couple of flicks, and that almost kind of simulates the reflection or the glaze on the glass. Do you know what I'm saying? Just here and there. See what I mean? I don't know if you can see that now or not, but it's there. Now, okay, I'm taking a hint of white with Naples yellow and just going along the top of this here, just to separate that a bit more. Okay, and that's that section done. It's only an impression. You don't have to go into too much detail if you don't want to. If you're painting this type of subject, you don't have to go into a huge amount of detail, okay? Now I'm just getting more thinners because my thinners is running low. And I'm going to go down in here and do all of this. And perhaps even get this pergola done as well. Wouldn't that be nice? So I'm really excited about getting this pergola finished. We have some green and autumny colours in underneath here. So I'll dampen my brush, take some yellow, some burnt sienna, a hint of black perhaps. That'll give me a nice autumny kind of green, okay? Yeah, that's nice. And look, off in the distance there's a suggestion of some trees and that kind of stuff. Trees and bushes and all sorts of things, just off in the distance, off in there, okay? So I'm going to just suggest some of those. And I'm picking up very thin layers of colour now, just hints of colour. That's all I'm picking up. Perhaps a little Naples yellow in here and there. Perhaps even a hint of red. We could put a hint of red in there too somewhere if you want. And they're subtle, so because there's so much in the distance, I'm adding plenty of Naples yellow, and that will help push the colour off into the distance. Do you understand what I mean? Now even a hint of white with a hint of cadmium yellow as well. Okay, just add a bit of light colour in there, here and there. It's just a suggestion, an impression of trees and bushes and things off in the distance underneath that, okay? That's all it is. And I will probably even soften them together slightly with my blender brush, look, just by dabbing. Just to take the rough kind of tree look off them. It's just, all I want is smudges of colour. You see, that's all I want. Simple, job done. Okay, we have a couple of nice really autumny colours going on. So with my brush, look, I put a hint of a couple of flicks of autumny colours around the place, here and there. And these are more refined kind of trees. They're sort of more in your face type of trees. So I put one at the end like that. And now we have a very dark green kind of a bush in there, don't we? So let's take some black and some cadmium yellow. So I'll start with this very, very dark green to begin with. Okay? So let's go in and put this in here. Perhaps a little bit more yellow, make it slightly richer. And I generally tend to start with darker colours. It's just something that I've always done. Come along here in front of that building and cross the road and put your dark bush in, like so. And then give a brush a quick clean, just a quick clean. Get some yellow, some cadmium yellow, and perhaps even a hint of Naples yellow. And just go along the top and put in the lighter top of the bush, okay? And just dab it along. And we go over along that there, and then you see I'll soften it down into the dark section of the bush. Now, give a brush a wipe every now and again. And darken that right down then, see? Bring it right down. Now I don't know if you can see that, yeah, that's pretty good. Let me have a quick look here now at the photograph. I might add even a hint of lighter colour in there again. A little white, a little cadmium yellow. Just along the tip of it, you see? Just along there, look. And I'm only using the corner of my brush, the very corner. And I might even separate it some bit here and there with a little bit of white. There could be little white flowers or something. Little bushy flowers here and there. I think it'd be nice just to add a few to it. There. Nice now, isn't it? Now also we have a hint of dark colour. It's very difficult to make out what's over here because there's just lots of little bushes and trees and all sorts of stuff going on. So it's quite difficult to make out what's actually there. It's just bushes. So I'm just trying to create a very kind of a busy kind of look. That's all I'm trying to do. Maybe one or two here. And then we could add a hint again of lighter colour around here and there. Just look, I'm just dabbing with my brush. Okay, let's get another nice bush in along here. I can see there's another one just along over there. So you see now how I'm kind of keeping this simple and kind of impressionistic in the distance. But when we get closer then, later, I start adding a lot more detail, you see. And that then is what will catch the eye. Those details. Now, so here we are, we have that. We could put in a couple of trees, if you wish. Let's take some burnt umber. And let's suggest a couple of trees here and there. And then we have some kind of bushy, autumny types of leaves on those. So let's just suggest a couple of those as well. Let me get my small brush actually for this. My small brush will be easier for this, I reckon. Let me just suggest a hint of leaves around on this tree trunk. And I am kind of using my license a little bit now as well, to be fair. Alright? I'm using my artistic license as well. Just to add a few extra little bits here and there. Okay. How's the style coming along now? What do you think? Do you like it? I think it's wonderful. I think it's coming along lovely. I might now get this pergola done here. Let me see now. Let me see. No, I'll actually get this window in. Let me get this window in first, and then we can keep going with our pergola. At least if we had this done, we'd have the centerpiece finished. You see? So let's try and get that much done at least. Now I'll take a bit of blue and a bit of white. This window here. Okay, then let's take some more of that black with a hint of burnt umber. And we get this frame in. Has a bit of a curve, doesn't it? And then it comes down like so. Then it comes across almost straight, doesn't it? And that's all we have to do. Okay? Simple. And then again, let's add a little hint of white just here and there. Just to give it that look of the window. Now you'll notice up over the window there's this kind of hint of a yellow. It's kind of a goldy yellow. I'm just going to use Naples yellow, and there's this kind of feature up over the window. So I feel I should try and get it in. It's just a very subtle feature. Okay, just like that. It's only just an impression. There we are. That'll do. So, how is this coming along now? I have to say it's not bad at all. Now what I'm going to do in the pergola area here is, if you look closely you'll see there's lots of these little designs on the metal. Now let me see what recording time I have here. 50 minutes already, look at that. You'll see there are lots of little designs on it. So what I'm going to do is put in a grey kind of a background first, right, like this. And then I'll fill this in, put all my white designs then over this. So it's like painting a negative sort of effect, you know. So I'm putting in, now you could paint it, it would be more difficult to paint it all white and then try and paint in all the little tiny designs and shapes between the metal. That would be more difficult. It's probably easier just to do it like this. and putting the white over this then. Now I'm going to zoom in for this part to show you what I'm doing, okay? Because I want you to see. I want you to be able to see properly what I'm doing. Right. And perhaps even just a little bit darker just at the bottom. And then soften it in then. Just very loosely now, look, very, very loosely. Okay, right, I'm going to zoom in here now to show you what I'm doing on this. There. Is that better? Now, let's crack on. Let's just get this bit done. If I have this done, I'll be very, very happy. I'll be happy to finish up part 1 then with this. Okay. I'll use a flat brush. I'm going to start with the roof. So I'm going to make up a nice shadowy colour for the roof. I'll try some phaylo blue, some white, little crimson. And let me just try that then. Now a little thinner, so I'm just going to mix it up here now first, right? Let me just take a look at this now. I think it needs a hint of black. And let me fill this in. And you see, the trick with this is it gets lighter as it comes round. As it turns and catches the light, it gets slightly lighter and lighter. And come right across the front here like that. Now don't worry, I'll add bits of light to this as I'm going, okay? This is just kind of, this is more or less the base kind of layer that I'm putting on. Now I had a hint of yellow on my brush there, which is starting to go a hint of green, isn't it? But I'll fix it, not to worry. Okay, let's come along here, fill this one in. Okay, there we are. Now, we just have a quick look at this. Now let me just stand back for a moment to take a look at this. Right, I'm going to take a hint of brown, and I'm going to soften a hint of the brown in up here. I just want to give it a more natural kind of a shadow look, if you know what I mean. So a hint of grey would do no harm. Because you see, the trick is, like, this pergola is just white. It's completely white in reality, but when there's shadows and stuff hitting it, it goes all different shades of grey. Now trying to find that correct shade of grey is tricky. That's the tricky part. I might, let me just take a quick look at this now. Okay, I'll take a smaller brush and I'll go up there now onto that roof and I'll add some crisp white to this side here. Just thick white paint on its own. Okay, and then even to the next section. Now there are kind of lines going across, aren't there? Lots of these lines. So what I could do, let's try it, add some white just across like this. So that will then, at the same time, brighten it, won't it? While giving you the effect of the tile on the roof. Isn't that right? Now let's do the same on the back, just a little, just up on top. And soften it down, okay? Not too much. And now what I'm going to do is take a very pointy brush, and I'm going to get some black. And then I'm going to put some nice darks along like that, and we put a couple at the back, like so. Put one here, and one just at the edge up here. Okay, and that's separating all the sections then. And we could even put a couple underneath some of these lines. Just very subtle ones, okay, with the tip of your brush. Then we have this very rich colour kind of ball on top. Now, okay, I'm happy enough with that for now. I'm going to fill in the next section. I'm going to fill in down here with a kind of a grey blue. Alright, a bit of blue, hint of crimson. I'm going to fill this section in with that colour. Now I'm trying to be careful as well. I'm trying to avoid the yellows. I don't want any yellows in this, so I'm being very, very careful now to avoid the greens, the green tones. I can see a couple already on the canvas, but it's not too bad. I'll get away with them. Now let's go down here like this, around the sides. Okay. Now, like so. So we have the basic shape done there now. Let's take another hint of darker colour, and I'm just going to go under here with a darker shade. And I'm going to soften it down and do the same over here. Because there's a lot more shadow up on top, isn't there? There's a very dark shadow right along up there. We get some dark black actually, and go right along. Okay. Now we can start painting the white pergola. We can start painting the white sections on this now, and we can really have a bit of fun with this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to just go up on the roof again there, because there's one piece I spotted. I'm going to take some Naples yellow with some white, and I'm just going to go up here and add a little light to these. Okay, just here and there. And I might even add some to that. there, and along here. And this is where it starts getting interesting now, okay? So you can see now we have the rough kind of colours and shapes filled in, don't we? Next I'm going to just take my medium pointy brush and I'm going to start putting in some very loose kind of swirly shapes around here and there. So I'm just going to take some white with a little cobalt blue. Now it's not pure white, it's a bluey kind of a white, okay? So a little white, a little blue, because this is in shadow, the front here is in shade, you see. So I'm just going to start putting in the shapes. Get this one done now first. Okay. There's a bit of work in this painting, isn't there? This could take a long time, but I'm sure it will be worth it in the end. And okay, we have a straight piece coming across in front of that, like so. It's just a matter of looking at the drawing and just putting in bits as you go. Let's bring this up right down like that. And then, okay, let's have a look. Another one here. Like that. And the next part then is, I suppose, quite literally just putting in lots of little swirls like this, you see. It's just about making it look like there's lots going on. Okay, you see what I mean? I just keep loading the tip of my brush because it's only the tip of my brush that I'm using for this. That's all. Now at the same time, this is so far away you're not going to get much in the way of detail on it. So for that reason I am just kind of going along nice and slowly. Like so. See? Just little swirls, little flicks with the brush. And it's coming together already, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? And we're going to have darker swirls on this side, so I'm going to make a darker colour. So I'll take some crimson, little phthalo blue, and perhaps a little brown for that side. And let's get some darker ones in over here. And this will give you a nice impression of light and shadow and depth in the painting, I think. And let's get some little swirls with this one. Okay, nothing too fancy, but let's come down here with this leg, this side leg. Down over our trees. Now, how is this coming along? Okay, let's get a couple of lights in there. See, it's just a process, that's all. It's just a process. You just go through one thing at a time, and it will come together, I promise. It just takes time, that's all. You have to have I find, especially when painting something like this, you have to have a lot of patience, don't you? You need lots and lots of patience. I know you probably think, God, there's no end to it, but when you sit back and look at what you've done, you say, yeah, we are getting there. It's taking shape, and that's all that matters. It starts to take shape. Now you see, just put one in there like that. Nothing fancy or anything. One in like that. And we have the front one, which will be almost pure white. We can add a little shade to the bottom of one or two of those. So we'll take from blue, cobalt blue with a little crimson. Just add a little bit of shadow here and there. And this one, I want to give a hint of light catching this one here. So now we move on to the bottom sections. And let me just fill this piece in here first, look. Just get this in. Again, some white, some blue. So for the centre piece here, that's not bright enough now for me. Try a hint of phaylo. Phaylo is a very bright, rich blue. And look, just go around like this. Oh, little squiggles. So that's all it is. Little squiggles with your brush, that's all. Lots of little snakes, is that what you should call it? And let's put like pure white then on this side here, because that's catching the sunlight. You could probably even add a hint of Naples yellow to this if you wanted to, and we'd add a hint of white to some of these as well. Because they might catch the light, some of them here and there. One, two of these. Now what I'm going to do is take some Naples yellow with white and come down in front of that just to separate those, okay? Just want to make a nice separation between those and across the top of this one. Then we take some white and go across the top of this one. Back at a slight angle, upwards. And this one upwards as well. Now, here we are. Okay, let me take a look. This line is a bit bendy here, isn't it? So let's try and fix that. Let's see if we can fix that. So I'll just go back in here with a little bit of grey. Okay, just soften it back in a bit, and then we get some more shadow colour and come out a bit here. And I might even take some white and come down here with this. And I'll soften some green then back over this again, just to straighten the line out, you see. Everything can be fixed, it's only paint. Do you understand? It's only paint, don't be afraid of making a mistake. Couple of wiggles. Get a bit of light colour onto this. Now I will kind of go back over this later, you can touch it up here and there. Okay, not to worry. We have some nice little rails going along the top of that. So we put one there, we put one across here, and one over here. And we then have another upright in the background here. So I'm just going to use a nice mauve for that. So we have one coming up in the back, like so. You see, a nice shadowy colour, and it comes up then like that. And then I'll add a nice bright colour to that. So some Naples yellow with some white and a hint of red. So this is going to be a real nice sunlit kind of a colour here now. And I'll start from the bottom and soften it up. Okay? Just like that. And we cut across our bar. Now we do have another one on the back end over here, so I might as well just put that in too, will I? You see, just a hint of it, look, just a hint in the background. That's all I want to see, a little hint. And a bit of light on that then as well. Okay, right, let's stand back and take a look how this is looking. Let's zoom away back now. Okay, that's not bad. Now what I want to do is, let me fix my microphone. What I want to do is really lighten one side of this. So I'm just going to take a clean brush and some Naples yellow and some white, very very bright sunlit kind of a colour. I'm just going to go back and add hints of that colour to some of this over here, because it's really bright. Even on the roof, look, some Naples yellow and some white. A hint maybe in the centre piece even. Okay, and let's come up here and add some onto that. Brighten some of this section. And we could even come down and brighten some of these. And perhaps even one or two in here as well. Gently as it comes across into a darker colour. And we'll do the same up on top there. See? Now that's a bit better, isn't it? And then what you could do to really add to this is just take some black with your very thin pointy brush and just give it some shadows, look. Very fine shadows. And that will really bring it to life, won't it? That's much nicer, isn't it? But I won't overdo it. Get one or two around here and there. How's about that? There. I consider that done for now, okay? Right, that's part one finished. I have to go and get a cup of coffee after that. I tell you something. So we've one corner almost done. It's looking lovely so far. Isn't that lovely? I'll change my palette now, clean my palette. I'll recharge my camcorder and I'm going to crack on to part 2. It's going very well, isn't it? I'm very happy with that. Okay, I'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. That's a bit of a stretch. I'm going to go and get a nice cup of coffee and okay, I will see you very, very soon. I hope